कौन भोगेंगे? जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी, राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपी वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, आनन्दन जनरञ्जन, रमन्नतिरावनचारी, रावण हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava Radhe, Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Ram Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gaurani, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. ओम विष्णुपादरम सरिव्राजिकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna, I welcome all of you to today's special Bhakti Vaibhava class. Okay, we'll start from 6th sloka. We'll try to finish at least to 20 till 25th sloka. Maybe 30 slokas are there. So 30. So 30 verses will be remaining if pending is there. So tomorrow we'll do those. Oh, 34 or 35. It's a 35 are there. Those 10 and 6th chapter together one day we can finish. So tomorrow, okay, we'll end of the class we'll discuss. Otherwise, from now onwards we'll be getting the fewer. So how are you, all of you? Fine? You are all fine. Okay. 6th. एवं मनः कर्मवशं प्रयुङ्क्ते अविद्ययात्मन्युपधीयमाने प्रीतिर्न यावन्मयि वासुदेवे न मुच्यते देहयोगेन तावत्. राधा गोवर्धन प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. When the living entity is covered by the mode of ignorance, he does not understand the individual living being and the supreme living being, and his mind is subjugated to fruitive activity. Therefore, until one has love for Lord Vasudeva, who is none other than myself, he is certainly not delivered from having to accept a material body again and again.
Okay. What is said in this? What is said? What is the point discussed in this sloka? Tell me. Take mic.
Unless one is having the love for Lord Vasudeva, he cannot overcome the bewilderment of Maya, or cannot overcome the ignorance, mode of ignorance.
Acha. Okay. You all know na, this, how Jivatma is entangled to this material world. What is the process? Bhayam Ditya Biniveshta. Where is duster and pen? Jivatma. So from Anadi. Anadi means there is no beginning. Is not having the, is having what? Absence of knowledge about Paratattvam. So then what happens? If there is absence of knowledge of Paratattvam, what happens to that Jivatma? It is not in ignorance. It is attacked by so then what happens? Then Jivatma is forgetting itself. By what? Maya gives covering. What is that covering? Avidya. So that means because of this avidya, Jivatma is not able to identify itself as Jivatma because of avidya covering. So then what happens next? Jivatma gets the entanglement with body, subtle and gross. So it is identifying Jivatma identifies itself as body. Baba pen. Next, we need to have color pen, two colors. Red. Say red we have. Red, blue we want. नीला दे दो. So okay, so Jivatma identifies itself as body. Then after that, so it enters into dualities. That means it is good, bad, win, loss in those things. Okay, blue. थोड़ा डिजाइन डाल देंगे. Then it gets what? Jivatma gets fear. Okay. Trance. Dualities. This is clear? So you should remember this. Then we will deal the many slokas. Today we are going to discuss Bhakti Mishra Jnanam. Then after that, Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Kevala Bhakti. Okay. Why we use these three. So that means we will be seeing not just definitions of this. So using Bhakti Mishra Gnanam, Gnana Mishra Bhakti, Kevala Bhakti. So, and for what? To destroy Linga Deham. What is that Linga Deham? Not gross body. You should not destroy gross body. Then mar jayenge. Only settle. तुरंत मर जाएंगे. If we destroy gross body, then there is no Jivan Mukti. Direct Mukti. What is Bhakti Mishra Gnanam? Tell me. Who will tell Bhakti Mishra Gnanam? That means sadhanas means. That means we'll discuss the means of Bhakti Mishra Gnanam, means of Gnana Mishra Bhakti, means of Kevala Bhakti to destroy Linga Deham. What is the Bhakti Mishra Gnanam? Why?
Mr. Gyanam, we discuss like when second canto, when Parichet Maharaj, Sukdev Goswami is telling when what is duty, what was supposed to do, who's dying person, what is he should hear, what should not hear. Then He's glorifying the questions of Parikshit Maharaj Sukdev Goswami. Then he says Ante Narayan Smriti. Then after that he says about the person who is attached to this material body and personal gross body. He has to meditate on the universal form of the Lord, because he cannot directly worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he cannot accept. So why that, how to liberate? Then it is mentioned here the karmic mukti, sadhya mukti and karmic mukti. That is, so here the bhakti mishra gyan is mentioned that by gyan, bhakti, just like he will liberate. Then we discuss how there's karmic mukti and there's a jivan mukti and complete liberation.
So in bhakti mishra gnanam, yeah, gnanam is the pradhana, bhakti is gauna. Gnanam is the pradhana. Pradhana means main. And bhakti is secondary. And in Jnana Mishra Bhakti, bhakti is pradhana, gnana is gauna, secondary. So Kevala Bhakti means it's alone. No one, nothing, unmixed. Kevala means unmixed. It's not mixed with anything. We see the different sadhanas of Bhakti Mishra Gnana, different sadhanas for Jnana Mishra Bhakti and different sadhanas for of Kevala Bhakti. Then after that, we'll be discussing so in the last section actually here today's Brahmanas. Brahmanas are superior to everyone. And compared to them, who is superior? So devotees are superior to them also. That also we discuss. Brahmanas are superior to everyone. And devotees so are superior to them also. So by using this means, what we are going to do? We are going to destroy Lingadeham. Where is the Lingadeham here? What we should destroy in this? We should destroy this Jivatma. We should destroy Maya. We destroy Avidya. We should destroy the subtle body. We should destroy gross body. We should destroy subtle body. Okay. And we should not destroy avidya. What we should destroy? What we should destroy? We should destroy Maya. It's enough. Then everything peda. Puratam peda vadilipoyindi. Everything is out. Otherwise, you should destroy Jivatma itself. ये तो और भी अच्छा हो. Rather you destroy the Paratattvam. What Mataji you want to destroy? What? We are going to see destruction of avidya. So that so Lingadeham so is not having any influence on the Jivatma. So that we are going to discuss. Avidya will be finished. So that Lingadeham is not going to give any effect on Jiva. Jivatma. Okay, let's start. In the sixth sloka, what is said? So you remember this, and from this you tell me. Evam manaha karma vasham prayunkte avidyaya atmani upadhiyamane प्रीतिर न यावन मयि वासुदेवे न मुच्यते देह योगेन तावत. What is said here? What is manaha and what is karma vasham? Avidyaya atmani upadiyamani. What is the meaning of first two lines in this sloka? Tell me. What is the meaning of first two lines in this sloka? Who is going to tell? दिमाग चलाओ. बस कहानी सुनने की नहीं है. What is that? Sumati Mazadi, tell me. बहुत हंस रहे इसीलिए अब पूछ रहा हूँ. बोलिए अभी बोलिए.
So first two line means
बोलिए क्या? What did you understood? Tell me.
Prabhu, I think by this same line you told previously that by avidya, destruction of avidya, if Jivatma is covered with avidya, then he cannot understand the individual being and also the supreme personality of Godhead. But by the destruction of avidya, the Jiva will be able to understand its original constitutional position as well as Parabrahma also.
Paratattvam, yes. Here, first of all, what is told about the mind? That we should understand. Manaha karma vasham. What is the meaning of manaha karma vasham means? Mind is under the control of karma. So now we are discussing. This is over. This will remove. Brahmana is superior to everyone, and the devotees are superior to even to them. That we are going. Manaha karma vasham. This is the point. I will write in English only. Manaha karma vasham means what? So mind is in control of, or karma is in control of mind. What we should take? Mind is in control of karma. That means if X is there and Y is there, if Y is controlled by X, then what will happen? X also becomes like X. If X is controller and Y is controlled, then Y will become what? X. Like if you see, if king or ruler is some other culture, X culture, is from X culture, and follower, citizens, Y culture. They are in Y, basically from Y culture. But since rulers are following the X culture, after a few days, what will happen? Citizens also will be aligned to X culture only or not? अब ब्रिटिशर्स आया, इंडिया को क्या किया? इंडिया को ब्रिटिश बना दिया. सर ना, जिसका डंडा है उसी का बात चलता है. तो जो कंट्रोल करेगा उसी के अनुसार जो कंट्रोल किया गया वो भी बदल जाएंगे. So karma is controlling the mind, then mind also will become karma mayam, karma bhutam, will become karma mayam. Mind should become what? Bhagavad mayam. It should be fully filled with Lord, chinmayam. It should become chinmayam, but it is becoming now karma mayam, because karma is controlling mind. If karma controls mind, then mind also will become like karma. If bhakti, if you do keep on engage that mind in bhakti, then it will become chinmayam, bhakti mayam. Yeah. Yes. So that is the point. Karma vasham prayunkte manaha. So then what will happen? Avidyaya atmani upadhiya mane. So why it is happening like this? Evam anena prakarena manaha karmatmakam syat. Manaha karmatmakam syat. Yad vastu yad adhinam syat tad tadatmakam eva bhavati. So whatever the object is in whichever in control of whom, so that object will become of that which is controlling. So in the case of Jivan Muktas also are doing the karma. Prarabdha karma they should follow or not. X is Jivan Mukta. Here Jivan Mukta is there. And so Nitya Baddhaha. Jivan Muktaha and Baddhaha. Baddhaha is there. Baddha Jivatma. What is the difference between these two? In the case of Jivan Mukta, will he do karma or not? Jivan Muktaha. He will do karma or not? Yes or no? Yes. Jivan Mukta also will do karma. What Brahma is telling? Brahma is telling to the Priyavat what? So even, so one is Jivan Mukta, still he has to follow his Prarabdha karma. So that's why Jivan Mukta is doing the Prarabdha karma, definitely. Karma means what? Here, Prarabdha karma. What about Baddhaha? Baddhaha will do the karma, definitely. So, but what is the difference between these two? In the case of Jivan Mukta and Baddhaha? I gave the question also, na? Jivan Mukta and Baddhaha. Jivan Mukta, whatever karma he did from that reactions are not there. But in the case of Baddhaha, so reactions will be. If you see in terms of mind, what? If you see in the terms of mind, what is the difference between this and this? In the case of Jivan Mukta, mind is, in this case, this is Jivatma and this is Avidya. In this case, this Avidya is destroyed. In the case of Jivan Mukta, Avidya is destroyed. So that's why this Avidya, how it is destroyed? By this knot, that means Ahankara. Ahankara is finished. This is the knot of Ahankara. That means false ego. So this is out. Then what will happen? Even that means this mind is there. This mind will not go to it will not go into the sense objects. So mind will not enter into the sense objects, and sense objects will not enter into the mind. But in case of Baddha Jivatma, what happens? This is the Jivatma and Avidya will be there, and also Ahankara will be there. Because of this Ahankara, so mind is always entering into the sense objects, and sense objects enter into the mind. So because of this, so and also he is identifying himself as, because of this Ahankara, Avidya still is there. Because of this Ahankara, so since Avidya is covered by the Avidya, by this false ego, he is identifying himself as mind or body. And mind is this is a Jivatma. Jivatma is identifying himself as mind, and mind is entering into the senses, sense objects, and sense objects entering into the mind. Then he's always, that means I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. So like this, Tadhatmyam. But here, He is not identifying himself as mind. This is meaning of linga deha bhanga. There is no connection. There is no adhyasa. That means adhyasa is not there. That means claiming. So Jivatma is not claiming himself as body. Yeah.
You mean mind is not there. Mind is there, but it is functioning is not there.
Is not there.
Otherwise, one should not think like, oh, mind is lost, mind is destroyed.
Yes.
So even pure devotee has a mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
It's not devotee, it's generally gnani technique we are discussing. This is gnana technique. So this is a point you should understand. Jivatma, avidya, influence of avidya is there. Then if Jivatma is covered by the avidya, from where this avidya came? This avidya is the potency of Maya. This you should remember. This is the main thing. So Maya is covering the Jivatma through its avidya. Then that's why Jivatma is forgetting himself. And that's why through this false ego, which is the product of the 23 element, is Prakriti. And by that, so it is Jivatma is claiming himself as mind. And that mind is entering into the sense objects, and sense objects entering into the mind. This will happen. Write the difference between the, write the question. Write the difference between the Jivan Mukta and Baddha Jiva. Now what Vrishabhadev is saying? What Vrishabhadev is saying? Vrishabhadev is saying that if question is already there, then you add these points also to that. Okay. Vrishabhadev is saying that till the time yavan na pritihi jayate. That means pritir na vasudeve mai yavan na. So till the time if one doesn't get the priti in the Supreme Lord, priti. Okay, come here. Why Jivatma is attacked by the Maya? Because absence of knowledge about the Paratattvam. Because of this is the reason. This is the reason for this Jivatma, Jiva. This is Jiva, Jivatma. This is the reason for Maya attacking Jivatma. So now, and then Maya is giving avidya. If Jivatma, if it wants to come out from this avidya, then what it should do? It should start loving Paratattvam. This is Paratattvam. This is fundamental point. This has to turn this side. Then Maya will leave. Maya leaving means avidya is finished. That is the point here Vrishabhadev is saying. Okay, next sloka. Yada na pashyat ayata guneham swarde pramatta sahasa vipasche gatasmrutir vindati tatra tapan asadya maithunyamagara magnaha. Akinjan Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Even though one may be very learned and wise, he is mad if he does not understand that the endeavors for sense gratification is a useless waste of time. Being forgetful of his own interest, he tries to be happy in this material world, centering his interest around his home, which is based on sexual intercourse and which brings him all kinds of material miseries. In this way, one is no better than a foolish animal.
Okay. Foolish animal. What is said here? Who will tell? What you understood? Tell me. Raise the hand. Yada yada na pashyati ayatha गुणेहां स्वार्थे प्रमत्तः सहसा विपश्चिता गतस्मृतिः विन्दति तत्र तापान् आसाद्य मैथुन्यम् अगारम् अग्नः. So what is said here? So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing, Bhakti Mishrasya Gnanasya Paripakadashayameva Naishkarmyam Natu Aparipakadashayam Ityaha. You all know our diagram. You should remember our transcendental diagram. Don't forget this. What is that? This transcendental diagram and this flow. These things you should always remember as a student of IBMB. This is कर्मी. अच्छा अभी हिंदी में लिखूंगा. ये absolute truth. This is jnana and this is bhakti. And what is said here? Bhakti mishra gnanasya. Bhakti mishra gnanasya so Bhakti mishra gnanasya paripaka dashayam. So what happens? Karmi is here. We are actually discussing this line most of the. This is total is comes under this side. Okay, you should remember this. Karmi means who is following the prescribed duties based upon the Vedic injunctions and enjoying the results of those karma. Okay, so then he is first of all coming in contact with whom? Gnani. So then what will happen? He will tell to him. So what he will tell? My dear, you are simply so enjoying the results of the karma. That is not right. Actually, the results of the karma should be offered to the whom? Absolute truth means Brahmarpanam. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavihi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Kantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. He will tell that. My dear, what is absolute truth? Absolute truth is Brahman. And you are also Brahman. And you should not enjoy the results of the karma. You should so offer that results of the, you should, if you want, then if you enjoy the results of the karma, that will cause the entanglement for you and you will get the repeated birth and death. That means this will happen. Your mind will be going into sense objects, and sense objects enters into your mind, and you'll get the entanglement. You're getting the life after life. So that's why what you should do, you should offer your karma to Brahman, Brahmarpanam you should do. He will say like this. That means he will make this Jnani will make this karmi to do what? Karmarpanam. Yes, he will ask him to do karmarpanam, offering this karma. To whom? To whom? To Venugopal. Yes. Yes. Brahman is not having no shape. Who told? Brahman is having a beautiful face and hands and legs. Brahmarpanam. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmagnau Brahmanahurtam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Lord is saying or not in the Bhagavad Gita? That way, that's the way. So he is asking, so Jnani to offer this results of his karma to Brahman. So when he started, so he is doing, when he will become perfect, that means this is known as offering of the karma to the Lord. That means his detachment, he's getting detachment from the results of the karma and karma. This is known as getting detachment from the karma is known as what? Naishkarmyam. What is that? Naishkarmyam. What is the meaning of Naishkarmyam? Getting detachment from the results of the karma. Becoming perfect in detachment, in detaching. Detaching is there or not in English? Detaching the results of
Prasad Lagbe, Prasad.
Vipin Babu. Okay. This is known as Naishkarmyam actually. So initially he came in association of the Jnani. First day when he started offering the results of the karma, immediately he will become detached. No, not possible. He will take some time or not. So of course he is hearing this karmi. So now karmi is not no more karmi. He started doing the offering of his karma. He is in association of the Jnani. So he's getting the knowledge. That means of course he's getting the knowledge, but he will become perfect in, so completely, that means detaching the results of the karma when his knowledge is paripakvam. That means when it is mature, when it's completely mature. When this, that means this ex-person, so started offering his karma to the Lord under the guidance of this Jnani Guru. So he will initially, of course, he's having some knowledge because of association of the Jnani, but he will become perfect in completely getting detachment for the results of the karma. So when his knowledge is mature, that is said here. What is said, you see? Even though one may be very learned and wise, that means this ex-person is learned and wise. That means because of association of the Jnani, he is mad if he doesn't understand the endeavor for sense gratification is useless, waste of time. That means, so he is not immediately getting, the realization that this is useless. The material sense gratification is useless. Even Jnani is also, so that means without the maturity, he will just get the, once again, Naishkarmya means complete detachment. He may not leave everything. Of course, knowledge is there, but when it becomes completely mature knowledge, then he is able to detach everything. So since he doesn't, he still he has attachment for the family life. So then he will go back. Sexual intercourse, which is based upon sexual intercourse. Family life means, what is family? Sexual intercourse. Remove the sexual intercourse and family life is possible. Without sex, family life is possible. No family life. So family means what? Children, wife, children. So this is what. If that is not there, then if you don't want, and then no need of ashram. Only one ashram. Paramahamsa ashram. No sex life, no family life. That is, maybe that sexual intercourse may not be gross, it may be subtle. One wants the female support. What is this? This is a sex. Yes? Someone is interested in the opposite sex means what? This is sex. Sex means not that gross. Even the, so subtle, speaking, support, emotional support, everything. Emotional support of man is not sufficient in ashram, and he is desiring emotional support of female means what? It's transcendental. So there's a problem of, yeah. Next sloka. Pumsastriyamitunai bhavametam tayormito hridaya grandhi mahu ato gruha kshetra sutapta vittai janasya moho yamaham mameti. Bhavgrahi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandatna.
Yeah.
The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusions and thinks in terms of I and mine.
Okay. Come here. This point. Baddha Jiva. What he is saying? So what he is doing? This is Jivatma, is covered by avidya. What happened? Jivatma is covered by the avidya. So that means Jivatma is forgetting his true nature, and it is identifying himself as body, subtle and gross body. And whatever activities is done by this body is considering himself as his activities. Yes? This point is clear. This conditioned soul claims the activities done by the body as his activities. Claims, conditioned soul claims the activities of body as his own. Okay, this is there with everyone. Of course, he is not a family man, and also he is a family. So family man's case also it is there. Non-family man case also it is there. Claiming the activities of body as his own is there with everyone, in every conditioned soul. He is a family man or he may not be a family man. But the point is what? So apart from this, if so extra additional point. So addition is there. What is that addition? Now he got married. Then what? So he is having so what is he having? The family. So then what is said here, you see in the translation. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the female and male, one becomes attracted to his body. Even that means this person is trying to cut his avidya, using the knowledge and trying to so, so get out, that means disconnect himself with the activities of the mind as separate from his nature. He's trying. But there is one more Jivatma, and which is also in the ignorance and is affected by this ignorance and also is having the mind. But this Jivatma, this conditioned Jivatma, is that conditioned Jivatma is not supporting. is grabbing you, is pulling you back. Then what will happen? You are trying to release yourself. So if you are alone, you can release yourself and you can be free. But if you are with some other one, connected to some other one, then he will, even if you want to release yourself from the activities of the body, but opposite person, so she will not leave you. That's the point. Yeah. So see here, on the basis of this misconception, so which ties together the hearts of the male and female. So like you see, you have attachment for your wife. She is my wife. This attachment you are trying to cut by using the knowledge, because I am the soul, by using vidya. So you are trying to disconnect yourself from the body. I am not this body and she is not my wife. But even you are trying to leave yourself, that means you are disconnect yourself from the body, but your wife, he is my husband. This will be there. She is not my wife. You are trying, but she will not leave. Na? She will be always grabbing you. So he is my husband. You cannot go. You cannot leave me. And so I like you. I love you. And this kind of attachments will be applied. That means other jivatma. So, but if you are alone, it is more easy. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti is clearly saying, then your knot will become more tight. This is one gant. One knot is, so by your ignorance, so you are tied up with this body. That is one knot. On top of that, there is one more knot by the wife. One more knot. Then it will become more strong. Two knot means more strong. Eh? That's why mitaha hrudaya grandhim. This is mitaha hrudaya grandhi. Mitaha. So two knots are there. One knot is your attachment to the body. Second knot is so your wife's attachment for you. Sri Charan Das.
How wife's attachment to husband becomes problem to husband.
You get married, then you understand. Why? How? You want to have practical experience. Enter into then I will understand. You try to, that means many householders, they want to, that means I want to give all the money for you and everything, and you and your children be happy, and I want to be in Vrindavan, please allow me. How many are requesting like that? You ask. In our classroom also you can ask. Radha Godhan is laughing. But still they don't allow. Because so woman means they want security. They want full security. They cannot live without the security. Love is next thing. Most love is, material love is anyway, it is just attraction. But the topmost thing is for woman is what? Security, safety. Safety. So safety in what way? In all the ways. Bodily, mentally, spiritually, in all the ways she wants safety. And even if you don't want to leave, she will never. It's not so easy. It's very, very difficult. Even you have full detachment. You have full detachment for everything. But it is very difficult to come out from that. If you enter into the dragon. You entered means you're gone. You're gone. So better not to enter. All brahmacharis, I am requesting not to enter. It's not so easy. It's very difficult. Only the exalted Matajis who are really in the highest platform in Ananya Bhakti, who are fully did the Anardhani Vritti in sufficient extent, you may expect in their case. Otherwise, it's not a joke. Don't think that my life will be so happy life, my family life will be nice. No, no, it's not at all. If you know this much knowledge, if you know this much understanding about the spirituality, better be brahmachari 100% at any cost. And so brahmachari can have attachment for the clothes. Here Vishwanath is writing for the so bowel, whatever the plate for his copin, plate, and vastra. What is that? Vastra asana patradishu. Asan. Vastra means copin and plate, kamandalu. He might be having so attachment for this, but mutual bonding is not there. Someone is not tying up. So that's why if you have parents, so there is a mutual bonding with the son with the father, father with the son. He is writing that also. But that is not so strong. That will be finished very soon. He's 70 years, 75. Pitaji gaya. But you are alone. Then you can have attachment to your cloth, your asan, your kamandalu,
Mobile.
and mobile. And but this is not permanent. This is not mutual. It's not two-sided. It is only one-sided. You can cut it and become happy, released. So if you enter into the new life, if you enter into family life, means your wife is one knot, your children, relatives, and knot per knot. It's a big knot. It will become very strong. You cannot come out. Attachment will not go. It's very difficult. Ultimately, you should go alone only. Na? You came alone and you should go alone. Wife means what? By birth, you are alone. You are living, you are alone. In between, something came. This is what? Illusion. Like grannies or anyone. Lord is also saying. So, initially, Chinmatra Satta, ending Chinmatra Satta, but in between, you are seeing varieties. This is what? Maya. This is also Maya. Which is not there at the beginning, which will not be there at the ending. In between it is there. Why you need to bother about it? Reduce as much as possible in between. Remember this all the time. Don't feel that I am missing something in my life. Because that is not needed. That is not at all needed. And still you feel it is needed, then you are an illusion. Completely an illusion. Completely an illusion. You should know that our goal is what? What is the goal? What is the target? You have to come out from this avidya. You have to cut down the attachments. And you should develop the love for Krishna. This is absolutely needed. And you may feel that by tying up bandhana hai na, to kya bolte? Mangal Sutra. You may feel yourself as, yes, I am the controller. But that is actually, you are thinking that you are tying up, but you are tied up actually. You are tied up. Fully you are tied up. And your life is gone. Fully your life is gone. बहुत बोलते हैं actually. So many people they said, oh, it's this needed. No, actually, fully you should try for be brahmachari. 100% you should. Whatever the small difficulties come, bear it. You may think that, oh, in the family life I get support, which no support. Nowhere is support is there. What is support you want? You any support Lord only gives, na? Irrespective of ashram, Lord gives support or not. Then why don't you depend on him? If you are expecting support from some other, so supportless person, which is already going to fall down, and you are taking support from that. What is this support? If you have to take support from such a thing which is already firmly established, who is that? That is Supreme Lord. You want to support of the which is already falling down otherwise. No support. It's simply illusion. Come out from that illusion and feel focused on your target. Try to engage yourself, your consciousness, 24 hours in devotion. Always be in the service, engage in the service, teaching, preaching, spreading the mission. So be determined for this. Then you will be successful. And who are already entered into this? So cut down your relationship. Means, of course, you are in that house family, but you should not enjoy material pleasure. Mundane, don't derive mundane pleasure from the wife, or wife should not derive from the husband. That mundane pleasure they should not derive. Try to do spiritually. That means how like your brahmacharis all together spiritually participating in the different activities. It should be like that only. There should not be any material attachment between wife and husband. So that should be reduced. Sometimes generally they fight like anything and then they become close one. This is also illusion actually. It's illusion. Be steady and clear about the goal. No aversion, no attraction. Material, no material aversion and no material attraction between the wife and husband. No material aversion. You should not hate her based upon material level, and also you should not love her or his based upon the material platform. This is important. A spiritual, try to make things in spiritual level. Okay, next. This explain, write the question. Explain mutual knots. Explain the meaning of understanding. Explain the understanding on what is that? Paraspara Grandhi. That means Paraspara Grandhi means what? Mutual knots. Not double knot, huh? What do we say this? Huh? Paraspara? Mita means paraspara, na? Mutual knots. Okay, mutual knots. Explain the understanding of mutual knots. 3 marks. लिख दो, अच्छा रहता है. Next. So Prabhupada is writing, in any case, the man always thinks of the woman and the woman always thinks of the man. Thus, a person becomes materially attached to family, property, and children, although all of these are temporary. The possessor unfortunately identifies with his property and wealth. Sometimes, even after renunciation, one becomes attached to a temple or to the few things that constitute the property of sannyasi. But such attachment is not as strong as family attachment. So that's why try to be single, brahmachari and sannyasi, vanaprastha. If you are grostha, become vanaprastha. If you are brahmachari, become sannyasi. This is needed. Next, yada manohridaya grandhirasya karmanubaddo druda ashlashetha tada jana samparivartate smad mukta param yatyati haya hetum. Yashoda Kirti Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes.
When the strong knot in the heart of a person implicated in material life due to the results of past action is slackened, one turns away from his attachment to home, wife, and children. In this way, one gives up the basic principle of illusion, I and mine, and becomes liberated. Thus, one goes to the transcendental world.
Yes. Tell me, what is understanding here? So by what? Now, what we discussed in the previous sloka, there is a mutual bonding. Not. She is my wife and she is thinking he is my husband. Because of this mutual bonding. So how it can be slackened? How? Gnana vairagya abhyasena. By practicing sadhana. Are, so I remove na. So those by practicing the gnana and also vairagya. So by practicing gnana, what will happen? This ahankara will be, so that means the reason is ahankara. So and avidya. So avidya will be destroyed and ahankara will be cut down by the vidya. By vidya, avidya is, that means ahankara is cut down and avidya is disappearing. Vidya appearing means avidya disappear. With that avidya, the sword of vidya, you should cut down the ahankara. That is the cause for the knot actually. Then what will happen? Then you will be freed. Jivatma is freed. You should remember that diagram. So by practicing the gnana, what will happen? This avidya is destroyed and vidya is appearing. So with this vidya, what? This ahankara is cut. Then this jivatma is released. It can fly now. Unconditioned. So what are the different sadhanas you see? Next. हमसे all together. हमसे गुरौ मयि भक्त्यानुवृत्या वितृष्णया द्वन्द्वतितिक्षया च सर्वत्र जन्तोर्व्यसनावगत्य जिज्ञासया तपसे हानिवृत्या मत्कर्मभिर्मत्कतया च नित्यं मद्देव संगात् गुणकीर्तनात् मे निर्वैरसाम्योपशमेन पुत्र जिहासया देह गेहात्मबुद्धे अध्यात्मयोगेन विविक्त सेवया प्राणेन्द्रियात्माभिजयेन सद्य सश्रद्धया ब्रह्मचर्येण शश्वत् असंप्रमादेन यमेन वाचाम् सर्वत्र मद्भावविचक्षणेन ज्ञानेन विज्ञानविराजितेन योगेन धृत्य यमसत्त्वयुक्तेन Yukto lingam vyapohyet kushalohamakyam. बड़ा है चैतन्य जीवन.
O my sons, you should accept a highly elevated Paramahamsa, a spiritually advanced spiritual master. In this way, you should place your faith and love in me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You should detest sense gratification and tolerate the duality of pleasure and pain, which are like the seasonal changes of summer and winter. Try to realize the miserable condition of living entities, who are miserable even in the higher planetary systems. Philosophically, inquire about the truth. Then undergo all kinds of austerities and penances for the sake of devotional service. Give up the endeavor for sense enjoyment and engage in the service of the Lord. Listen to the discussions about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always associate with devotees. Chant about and glorify the Supreme Lord and look upon everyone equally on the spiritual platform. Give up enmity and subdue anger and lamentation. Abandon identifying the self with the body and the home and practice reading the revealed scriptures. Live in a secluded place and practice the process by which you can completely control your life air, mind, and senses. Have full faith in the revealed scriptures, the Vedic literatures, and always observe celibacy. Perform your prescribed duties and avoid unnecessary talks. Always thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, acquire knowledge from the right source. Thus, practicing Bhakti Yoga, you will patiently and enthusiastically be elevated in knowledge and will be able to give up the false ego.
Okay. So 4 slokas, 4 verses are here. So what is the main kriya in this? Verb. What is the main verb? Tell me, find it. What is the main verb in this? In Sanskrit, I want. Raise the hand if you found.
Vyapohet.
Vyapohet. What is the meaning of Vyapohet? Aye. Welcome, Prabhu, Dhir Prashant Prabhu. We are waiting for you. AC room is ready for you. In hot summer. Hare Krishna. So Vyapohet. Vyapohet is the Vyapohet is the main verb. What is the meaning of Vyapohet? Give up. What? What you should give up? Lingam. Lingam. Lingam Vyapohet. Okay, you want English? Lingam Vyapohet. So for Vyapohet, this verb, what is the object? Lingam. Lingam. Ahama. What is that in lingam? Ahamakyam lingam. What is that? Lingam means what you should understand here. It is also known as aham. Aham means false ego. So that means give up false ego. This is the. So give up false ego by what? By what? There are total 15 plus 10. 10 sadhanas are given. 15 plus 10 sadhanas are given. That means by these sadhanas, one should give up. Actually, Vyapohet means should give up. Make it small. So one should give up what? False ego, ahankaram. So by using what? 15 plus 10. These 15 are Kevala Bhakti. And these 10 are Gnana. Gnana sadhanas. Kevala Bhakti sadhanas, these are all. And these are all Gnana sadhanas. Now you should identify from this sloka. So these discussed in 2 verses. What are those? 10 and 11. These are discussed in 12 and 13. Write the question. Abhi dimag chalega. List out the sadhanas, Kevala Bhakti sadhanas. 2 sadhanas by which one can give up false ego. One can or one should give up false ego, or one can. Okay, next, list out the Gnana sadhanas. By which one can give up. Marks 5 each 5. So if one is following only these 15, then these are all Kevala Bhakti sadhanas. If one is following both 15 plus 10, then it is known as what? Mishra Bhakti. Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Please list out one more question. List out the sadhanas which can be used to give up false ego. Then how many you should write? 10 plus 15 plus 10, 25. Then it is 7 marks. And 10 marks, 10. Okay. List out the sadhanas or means, so which can be used to give up false ego. That means, what is Jnana Mishra Bhakti? So Bhakti is prominent, Bhakti is Pradhana, and we are taking the support of the Jnana. Then this is known as Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Okay. This is also known as Sangha Siddha Bhakti. If anyone wants to know better, attend Monday's Bhakti Sandarbha class. We are going to discuss in detail. This we are going to discuss. Sangha Siddha Bhakti we are going to discuss. Huh? Once again you will get. Yes. But this example will not be there, but method is same. So that's why you see now 10 and 11 slokas. What are the sadhanas mentioned? Tell me. Guru, Hamse Guru, my Bhaktya Anuvritya. That means by bhakti in me. Next, Vitrushnaya. Second one, Dvandva Titikshaya. Vasanavagatya. Jignasaya. Tapasa. Hanivritya. Matkarma bihi. Matkathaya. Matseva. Maddeva Sangat. Gunakirtanat. Gunakirtanat. Next, nirvaira samyopashamena jihasaya deha gehatma buddhehe. कितना है और कहीं मिस हो गया 15 तो आ जाएगा. Something I missed. You should write anyway. These all together 15. Now we'll try to understand. So next two slokas, 12 and 13. Adhyatma yogena. This is gnana. Vivikta sevaya. That means becoming alone. That means Vivikta sevaya means what is the meaning of Vivikta sevaya? Being in the solitary place. This is gnana is pranendri atma abhijayena. That means controlling the senses. Next satsraddhaya. Next brahmacharya. This and next asampramadhena. That means being alert. Yamena. That means following the regulatory principles. Next sarvatra madbhava vichakshanena. That means seeing the difference between matter and spirit. Next gnanena, vignana virajitena, yogena. So these are all. So 10 actually these. These are all jnanas, jnana sadhanas. But if you together, that means bhakti sadhanas and jnana sadhanas together is done, then this is known as jnana mishra bhakti. Some may do only top 2 slokas, then they are kevala bhakti sadhanas. You should identify like that. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Bro, in first 2 slokas, everything is keval bhakti.
Yeah, everything is bhakti in first 2 slokas.
And in second 2 slokas, the madbhava.
Madbhava means Bhagavad Bhava means Brahman. Mahima. Mama Mahima. He says Mahima means what? Brahman. Mataji. Boliye Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Some confusion is there in the last, Prabhu, what you spoke in the last 2 lines. If someone is following up to this 15, they are doing Kevala Bhakti Sadhana. Na?
Mataji, last 2 lines of what? Which
so Prabhu, what you explained in last 2 lines means the last mein jo aapne samjhaya, I am just confused about what those 2 lines.
Yogena Dritya.
Yeah, up to 15, like this Jigyasa Deha Gehatma Buddhi, up to 15, these are completely Kevala Bhakti Sadhana.
Yes.
And the later part is this Gyan Sadhana.
No, 12 and 13 are Gnana.
Yes, Prabhu, Gyan Sadhana. So if one is following only Gyan Sadhana, then he is doing this Bhakti Mishra Gyana. And above 15 are only this Kevala Bhakti.
And total 4, if someone is following, then they are? What is that?
That is the confusion.
Yeah, if someone following all these, that means whatever 25 sadhanas, if someone follows, then he is following the 12 and 13 and also following the 10 and 11 sadhanas explained in the 10 and 11. Then he is doing the what? Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Someone is following only the sadhanas explained in 11 and 10, then he is doing the Kevala Bhakti. So someone is following the only 12 and 13 sadhanas explained, then he is doing the, so Gnana. This is a Gnani, then he is a pure Gnani.
Now clear, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
11 and 12 only pure Gnani. 10 and 11 pure Bhakta. Together Gnana Mishra Bhakti.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, meanings here in this first 2 slokas you see. Vitrushnaya means what? So Nishkamataya Jignasaya Bhaktehe Bhajani Ishwarasya cha iti Sheshaya. That means jignasaya means bhakti and bhajaniya ishwarasya cha. That means vitrishnataya means hankering for Bhagavan, Lord and his devotees. And jignasa means inquiring about the Supreme Lord and bhajan, devotion. So like this you should take. Vitrishna means. Dvandva titiksha means following the Ekadashi Vrata. Following Ekadashi Vrata. And that is a Dvandva titiksha. That means at that time Ekadashi Vrata you will be feeling hunger, but still you are controlling yourself. That's for the sake of Vishnu and Vaishnavas, you are taking the pain and you are reducing your eating, sleeping and other things. This is known as tapas. In the case of devotee, tapas means what? For sake of Vishnu and Vaishnavas, reducing his eating, sleeping and all other things. Then this is known as tapas, like Prabhupada. So he's sleeping only 1 hour or 2 hours to write books for the sake of the Lord and his devotees. He's doing this is tapas. Rangmay Prabhu. For the sake of studying bhakti vaibhava, even in the hot summer, May and June, staying here is tapas in Govardhan without AC. Without AC. Brackets, without AC. AC and cooler also. Okay, this is tapas. Okay, next what? That is a Dvandva titiksha. That is the meaning of Dvandva titiksha. Okay, you can see there in remaining things are explained in that. In the purport, you can read it. In these 4 verses, Rishabhadev tells his sons how they can be freed from the false identification arising from false ego. You should understand what is the mood of Rishabhadev, what he is saying. He is discussing about pure bhakti or mixed bhakti. You should relish this, how Rishabhadev is teaching. Huh? Hindu? Because this is advocated by Srila Rupa Goswami. Okay, lingam vyapohayet and be situated in his original spiritual body. First of all, one has to accept bona fide spiritual master. This is advocated by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sri Guru Padashraya. To be freed from the entanglement of the material world, one has to approach a spiritual master. Tad vijnanartham sagurum eva abhigachet. Okay, first it is said, na? Dvandva titiksha is explained here, and also other things you can read. Next. Karma shayam hrudaya grandhi bandham avidyaya sadi tamapramattah anena yogena yathopadesham samyak vyapohyo parameta yogat. Punit Prabhu.
As I have advised you, my dear sons, you should act accordingly. Be very careful. By these means, you will be freed from the ignorance of the desire for fruitive activity, and the knot of bondage in the heart will be completely severed. For further advancement, you should also give up the means. That is, you should not become attached to the process of liberation itself.
What is the thing is explained here? These sadhanas are said. How many sadhanas total? 25 sadhanas are being explained in the previous slokas. So these 25 sadhanas has to be followed even after the purpose is solved. In the case of Jnanis, what happens? You should know. You take our diagram, small diagram here. Okay. Here, this is entry door for the Jnana is what? Detachment. So once he became expert in Naishkarmyam, that means in detaching the results of his karma, then he can leave the karma. He will not, no need to follow his dharma. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. So Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, everything hatav. All rules and regulations, whatever is given for him, so those he will leave because he got the expert. He became expert in Naishkarmyam. Karma arpanam is two types. Tat tyaga rupaha, tat prinanartham. So he is becoming expert in what? Tat tyaga. That means renouncing the results of the karma. Karma means you should take result. Also, you should take that activity itself. Okay. So he became expert in this Naishkarmyam. Then he can leave the karma. So now what he has to practice? He has to practice here Jnana sadhanas, whatever are explained. Either this or only this. Only this he will not do because he doesn't have such a shraddha to follow only this. Yes or no? In this side, leftist and rightist. Leftist will follow bhakti, only bhakti. No, he will do total. He can do, or otherwise he can do only this 10. So either Jnana Mishra, that means total 25 he may follow, or 10 he follow. But even by following 10 also he can reach to here, and by 25 also he can reach here. Where almost all this place is known as what? Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta stage. That means Jivatma is there and he is covered by what? In the Jivan Mukta stage, this is Jivatma and this is Vidya. Vidya Vaisharadi. Yesha Uparata. So he is covered with the Vidya. So, and this Jivatma. Here how he is, this is Karmi. And this Karmi, how he is also covered. This is what? Avidya. From Avidya to you should reach to Vidya. Make the diagrams. In the exam, if you make diagrams, you will get more marks. Every page you'll bhar do pura diagrams. Yes.
Diagram you said, no? Just Jnani Bhakta will follow this sadhana, Gyan sadhana, and mix. What about Bhakta who doesn't have a Shraddha, 100% Shraddha?
Bhakta here, no?
Yeah. So whether he will also, because these are mentioned 25 sadhana here. So although Kevala Bhakti sadhana as well as Gyan sadhana, but that Bhakta is not got 100% Shraddha.
So in Bhakti.
So sorry.
In Bhakti you are saying.
Yeah, Bhakti I'm saying. So naturally he will follow Gyan sadhana also.
Yes.
Because just like brahmacharya and other things that are there. So because this is not like that, okay, I'm devotee, I will follow. This is natural inclination happens like that, not balat.
Yes.
So that will be certainly, no?
Yeah. So, but what is the difference between him? So, see, whatever you are asking, that means someone is following all 25 and he is in this path, or otherwise he can be here also. That means, but what is his goal? Someone can do Jnana Mishra Bhakti for the sake of liberation. One can do Jnana Mishra Bhakti for the sake of pleasing the Lord. Bhakti. Difference between that and this is, person here is, so he is doing the Jnana Mishra Bhakti for sake of Bhakti. He is doing Jnana Mishra Bhakti for the sake of Jnana.
But although both case Jnana Mishra Bhakti is doing, but his here the association different, na? So that's Jnani Bhakti association.
Yeah. So he is doing Jnana Mishra Bhakti. He is also understood Bhakti is main. That's a Jnana Mishra Bhakti means what? Everyone making Bhakti is main and Jnana is secondary. So he is also making bhakti main and he is also making bhakti main. But his desire, his goal is this bhakti I want to use to get the liberation. And this person, I want to use this Gnana Mishra Bhakti to get the bhakti. That's the difference. That is explained. That is explained in the Sangha Siddha Bhakti, which is going to in the Monday's class. Not Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. It will take 4 or 5 days, 1 week. We will be having class on Akshaya Tritiya also. And also tomorrow also. Eh? Eh? No? If whatever pending syllabus is there in this chapter, we'll do that. In tomorrow, quickly 1.5 hour. Yes, we'll finish this chapter. Morning, yes. Morning we'll do. Yes. Okay. Try to understand the subtleties, philosophical subtleties. Don't make everything as kichdi. All the slokas, every Bhagavatam sloka is only one lecture, 16 rounds, japa, and 4 regulative principles. Because we don't understand what is the meaning of that sloka and say only one thing. Like Brahman, like Brahmavadis. Okay, now what is said in this 14? Let us think on this. So all these sadhanas, this 25. So Gyan is what I am saying. So one is reaching to this Jivan Mukta stage. So then after that also, does he need to follow? Does he need to follow these sadhanas or not? Once he reached the Jivan Mukta stage, does he need to follow these sadhanas or not? These 25 sadhanas or not? Yes. No. We need Gnana sadhanas to get the what? To get Vidya. By using this Vidya, what you are doing? You are Linga Deham Vyapeta. What is that? Lingam Vyapoheta. Vyapoheta. You are practicing these sadhanas for what? For what purpose? To give up Linga. Linga Deham. That means false ego. To give up false ego. To cut the false ego. So that means by practicing these Gnana sadhanas, what you are getting? You are getting the what you are getting? You are getting sword, knife, talwar, Gnan ki talwar. So your knife of sword, it's not knife, it is sword. You are getting the sword of knowledge. From where you are getting? By practicing these Gnana sadhanas. By this sword, what you are doing? You are cutting. You are cutting this false ego. So that means now this Jivatma is becoming covered with what? Vidya. Vidya. After cutting what? Follow kar rahe ya nahi? Itna so now you got sword by using these sadhanas. Still you need to follow or not? Is needed? जो काम है वो हो गया या नहीं? बोट से अभी आप पार कर दिया नदी, तो फिर भी बोट को ऊपर लेके चलेंगे.
What about bhakti, kevala bhakti? This is included. This is also included or not?
So now tell me, all sadhanas he should leave? All? No, he cannot leave all sadhanas. He can leave these 10 sadhanas, but he should practice these bhakti sadhanas to what is the remaining thing in this Jivan Mukta? He has to destroy this Vidya also and merge in the Brahman. He should merge in Brahman. So for that, what he needs? He should meditate. He should fix his consciousness in Brahman. He should get the Paratattva Gnanam. He should get the Tat Padartha Gnanam. And he should become one with the Tat. So for that, he should, what is the obstacle? This Vidya. Vidya is also out of Maya. It's out of goodness. It is also out of Maya. And avidya is also out of Maya. Both are out of Maya only. Which Maya? So this vidya is out of which Maya? Who will tell? This vidya is out of Yoga Maya or Mahamaya?
Mahamaya.
Radha Gordhan, who tell me?
योग माया प्रभु जी.
योग माया. Very good. योग माया. हाथ उठाए सब लोग. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हाथ. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हाथ. योग माया. जय गोपीनाथ प्रभु. सब लोग उठाए उठाए हाथ उठाए. देखता हूँ अभी कितना. जो हाथ नहीं उठाएंगे 5 मार्क काटेंगे बस नेक्स्ट एग्जाम में. 5 marks will be out. Whoever is not raising hands or not raising, or at least that means अरे forcefully raise करवा रहे हैं. They should give response, yes or no. Like this you should show. No means like this, yes means like this. Yoga Maya should show like this. And not Yoga Mahamaya, sorry. If you say this Vidya is out of the Yoga Maya, show like this. So show like this. Not raising hands, showing like this. He's showing both ways. If Vidya is out of the Yoga Maya, show like this. I think he's Tata. He's saying Tata bye bye. Jai Gopinath. Anyway, you know, this Vidya is not out of Yoga Maya. It is also out of Mahamaya. It is also out of Mahamaya. So Mama Vidya, that means Vidya Vidya Mama Tanu. Actually, in the 11th canto it is said, both are out of. Yes. अभी ऐसा करिए नहीं तो अभी आपका मार्क्स और भी ज्यादा कटेगा. I told already, it is out of Mahamaya, not the Yoga Maya. Generally we think that Vidya means, oh, it is a Yoga Maya. No, it is also out of, so Mahamaya only, but it is out of goodness and it is out of ignorance. And what is the difference? What needed now? This Jivatma has to merge in this Brahman, means this Vidya also has to be removed. Goodness also cannot go to into the spiritual world, into the spiritual realm. It cannot go. Daivi Hesha, Uparata. That means Vaisharadi should be Uparata. It should be finished. So for that, what he need? He need to meditate on the Brahman. For that, he has to practice these 15. These 15. If he leaves that, then he will be out. By bhakti only he can cut that. Liberation he will get. So that's why now make the question. इस पर क्वेश्चन बनाना है अभी. कैसा बनाएंगे? हाँ? Good. Many questions. Make the answers and keep it. No. So list out 25 sadhanas. List out the 25 sadhanas mentioned by Rishabhadev. 25 Jnana Mishra Bhakti sadhanas. And their utility. List out and of the, and also explain their utility. Explain their utility. Usability. क्या होता है इससे? तो ये सब स्टोरी बोलना है ना आपको. कब तक कौन यूज करेंगे, कौन छोड़ देंगे, ये सब. Because of doing this you will get the तलवार. ज्ञान की तलवार मिल जाएगा और उससे क्या करेंगे? So you can cut the false ego. Then after that you can leave these, and then you should practice this 15. Why? Because Jivan Mukta one will in the stage, then further, so he has to cut the Vidya, so and merge into the Brahman. For that, he should practice bhakti sadhanas, which is said in the commentary also. You can see the commentary. So reference also is there. What is that? Brahmabhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankshati samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. So that means he is Brahmabhuta prasannatma, this Jivan Mukta. But he should practice bhakti. Then he will understand what is tattvam, that means tatpadardham. Without bhakti, this Jivan Mukta cannot get the Brahman realization, cannot merge into the Brahman. That's why Naishkarmi me pachyuta bhavarjatam na shobhate gnanamalam niranjanam. Why we have to know all this? Prabhu, ये सब तो हम लोग practice नहीं करते हैं. You have to know all these to not to practice. You should know about these things very clearly to reject all those. If you don't know what is Chinese mobile duplicate, what will happen? You'll think that is also original, and in market you will purchase. Why you have to know the shape, quality, and the different features of the Chinese model also? To reject. Yes, Mataji?
Prabhuji, can you repeat the question? I missed the question.
List out the 25 Gnana Mishra Bhakti Sadhanas and their utility, and also explain their utility. So it's 15 marks. 15 these are all questions can be merged, but I just made अभी खुल जाएगा साहब. Okay, next श्लोका. Go. Late हो रहे हैं. पुत्रांश शिष्यांश नृपो गुरुर्वा मल्लोक कामो मदनुग्रहार्दः इत्थं विमन्युर अनुशिष्यात्तज्ञान न योजयेत् कर्मसु कर्ममूढान् को योजयन्मनुजोर्धं लभेत निपातयन्नष्टदृशं हि गर्ते. जय गोपीनाथ प्रभु.
I am traveling, so I don't have a book in my hand. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he is there. Vipin Purandar Prabhu. Oh, Nityamukan Prabhu. Yes.
If one is serious about going back home, back to Godhead, he must consider the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Samam Banam, and chief aim of life. If he is a father instructing his sons, a spiritual master instructing his disciples, or a king instructing his citizens, he must instruct them as I have advised. Without being angry, he should continue giving instructions, even if his disciple, son, or citizen is sometimes unable to follow his order. Ignorant people who engage in pious and impious activities should be engaged in devotional service by all means. They should always avoid fruitive activity. If one puts into the bondage of karmic activity his disciple, son, or citizen who is bereft of transcendental vision, how will one profit? It is like leading a blind man to a dark well and causing him to fall in.
Okay, thank you, bro. So, what is being discussed here? Bhaktehe upadeshtha krutartah syadityah. So, in previous slokas, that means in 10 to 13 and also in the 14. So, 14, what he said? One should not leave the Yathopadesham. Actually, in the 14th sloka, it is said that one should not leave the bhakti sadhanas. And also 14th sloka is telling about 14 verse, 14 text. So 14th verse is saying that one should follow yatha upadesham. That means here Jadabharata is saying, sorry, Rishabhadev is saying, these 15 plus 10, 25 sadhanas. So Guru is explaining. Who is explaining? Guru is explaining, and Guru is instructing you so about these 25 sadhanas, and you should follow Guru. You should follow Guru and do this. And just by taking book and reading these 25 sadhanas, that is not sufficient, but you should act on this. This is said in the 14th sloka. Yatha upadesham, that means the way the Guru instructs, so based upon that you should follow, but not just taking book and reading about these 25 sadhanas is not sufficient. That point is said. And also he said that these sadhanas you can leave. These sadhanas you can leave once reaching the Jivan Mukta, but you cannot leave this, because still those are needed to enter into the Brahman. Those are needed. Or otherwise, better if you follow Jivan Mukta, being Jivan Mukta, and if you follow the bhakti, that means, and purely leave the gnana, then what will happen? You will be realizing the glories of the bhakti, and you may come to this. You may become Ananya Bhakta also. If Jivan Mukta is leaving Gnana Sadhanas and if he is following the purely Bhakti, then he will get the taste for Bhakti and Shraddha for Bhakti, and he may enter into Ananya Bhakti. This is Ananya Bhakti. This is Ananya Bhakti. Yeah. So somehow or other, if he left that, and if he, that is good. That's good. So you should remember this diagram, that's Karmi, two sides, this diagram. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raising the hands. One is Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, another is Gnana. And this is Karma, and on the top, Lord is there. That's absolute truth. This you should remember. This is from 11th canto 20th chapter. It's important diagram for whole life. This diagram, if you know, then everything is clear. Yes. So next what? Putramscha Shishyamscha Nrupo Gururva Malloka Kamaha Madanugrahartah Ittam Vimanyuhu. That means if one is serious about going back to home, back to Godhead, here the point is, what is the point is discussed in this 15th sloka? In 15th sloka, in 15th verse, the Lord is saying, especially whoever is teaching these 15 sadhanas, so they are also glorious. They are also glorious. And he is saying once again, what is else he saying? Putraha Shishyan, Rupa, Gururva, Malloka Kama Madanugrahartha, Ittam Vimanyu, Anushishyat. So that's why every teacher, every guru, every teacher, and every king has to teach his citizens. Guru has to teach his disciples about what? About these bhakti sadhanas. About these bhakti sadhanas. In this way, he has to teach these bhakti sadhanas. Because these gnana sadhanas are not practiced, they are not permanent, those are not practiced eternally. So the intention is of the speaker is practice, that means teaching of these 15 sadhanas, bhakti sadhanas. So is glorious. Whoever is teaching, he is glorious. Because Malloka Kamaha Madanugrahartha means that is bhakti sadhanas only. That is indicating. But student is not able to follow, then what he should do? Is he get the angry and he will beat him and he will send him out and engage him in once again in the karma? No. No. Teacher should not get anger. Kopa shunyaha. That means teacher is trying to engage his student. Also king is engaging his citizens in practicing of these sadhanas. And if student is unable, so ittam vimanyuhu anushishad tasnan nayojayet karmasu karma mudhan. But he should not engage them in, if they are not able to follow those, but can he engage him back into here? Become karmi, he will say. So like this in our diagram, if you see, so he is initially karmi, vimudaha means karmi, and he came in association of bhakta, that is a king or otherwise guru. Bhakta means here king or guru, and king or guru is preaching to karmi citizens and karmi students, and now they started, that means doing the bhakti, misrak, karma, whatever. So now they are not able to follow this bhakti. So will he send him back and become karmi? Will he make him karmi? No. But he will, without getting anger, he will engage him. He will engage him to do the bhakti. Like someone is a blind person and he is going in the wrong route. So what that means, that means person is having eyes and he is seeing. So this blind person is going in a route where there is a shadow. He is feeling a shadow is there and it is a hot summer. Blind person is going towards the shadow. There is a tree and in that shadow he is walking, and in that shadow there are big thorns and also glass pieces. And person who is seeing, so this who is having vision, that person immediately pulling this blind person into hearts. What is that? धूप में. So इसको धूप में खींच लिया तो क्या होगा? How blind man think? Oh, he's bringing me out from the shadow. He's not good. But he doesn't know there are thorns. So, but the person who has eyes, he knows. So that's why, but still he will bring out or not? Okay, go there only. He will not leave, na? So similarly, what he said, this guru and the king, these karmis, so if they are not, they should be taught with the bhakti sadhanas, and if they are not able to follow that also, they should not engage them back in the gross karma. This is the point. Okay, Yashoda Mata.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी एक रिक्वेस्ट है, वो डायग्राम अब बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो गया है, छोटा हो गया है ऑनलाइन, वी आर हैविंग डिफिकल्टी टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट, प्लीज।
ये डायग्राम ओके।
हाँ प्रभु जी, उसमें आप अगर कुछ समझाएंगे तो आई एम अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड। थोड़ा सा बड़ा बनाएंगे तो प्लीज, बहुत कन्वीनियंट है।
ओके,
थैंक
हो
यू
जाएगा
प्रभु।
हो जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम। नेक्स्ट टाइम से बड़ा कर देंगे। Okay, this is the point is said here. Na yojayet karmasu karma mudan. Kam yojayet manajo ardham labeta nipatayan nashtadrusham hi garte. Someone blind man is falling in a dark well. Who will not stop him? So this is the point. Bhakti margas we should teach. Okay, next 16. Lokasvayam shreyasi nashtadrushtir yorthan samiheta nishkama kamaha अन्योन्य वेरः सुकलेश हेतो अनंत दुःखं च न वेद मूढ़ः। Who will read? Vipin Purandar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu.
Due to ignorance, the materialistic person does not know anything about his real self-interest, the auspicious path in life. He is simply bound to material enjoyment by lusty desires, and all his plans are made for this purpose. For temporary sense gratification, such a person creates a society of envy, and due to his mentality, he plunges into the ocean of suffering. Such a foolish person does not even know about this.
Yeah. So what is said? The intelligent, that means intelligent guru and king. Guru and so Raja, both has to engage their disciples and citizens in bhakti sadhanas, in practicing of bhakti sadhanas. But what is said? But these disciples and citizens, they are, so if they are foolish, they are foolish, then what? About their foolish, that means they will be interested in only karma, but still Guru and King, they should engage them back into the bhakti sadhanas only. They should try to engage them in bhakti sadhanas. So now we are going to see about these people. That means the foolish disciples and citizens is discussed in the 3 slokas, 16, 17 and 18. 16 is saying what? Lokah swayam shreyasi nashtadrishtihi. Due to ignorance, the materialistic persons doesn't know anything about his real self-interest. This disciples and citizens in generally, they don't know what is good for them. So the real self-interest, the auspicious path in life, he is simply bound to material enjoyment by lusty desires, and all his plans are made for the purpose for temporary sense gratification. Such a person creates a society of envy. So okay, this is clear. Next, kastam swayam tadabhigno vipascha avidyayamantare vartamanam drishtva punastam sagruna kubuddhim prayojayet utpatagam yathantham. Amok Govind Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes. इंग्लिश बुक है ना आपके पास?
नहीं है, हिंदी।
हिंदी नहीं पढ़ना है, ठीक है। सदगुरु प्रभु।
If someone is ignorant and addicted to the path of samsara, how can one who is actually learned, merciful, and advanced in spiritual knowledge engage him in fruitive activity and thus further entangle him in material existence? If a blind man is walking down the wrong path, how can a gentleman allow him to continue on this way to danger? How can he approve his method? No wise or kind man can allow this.
Yeah, any gentle guru and gentle Raja will not leave that foolish disciple who wants to go and fall into the ditch. That blind disciple and citizens. So they will not leave. That's the point. No wise, kind man can allow. If some blind man is falling in a mud, so will you allow? You will immediately stop. So big truck is coming and he's going to fall down under the truck. Will you allow him? No. Will immediately save him. Similarly, so guru and king, they has to save. So that's why guru na sasyat swajano na sasyat pita na sasyat janani na sasyat daivam na tatsyat na patischa sasyat namo chayetyadya samupeta mrutyum. Upin Perendra Prabhu, yes, translation.
Translation I have to read. 1 minute. I was supposed to ask you the question. I'll read the
Okay, that also will ask later.
One who cannot deliver his dependents from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a relative, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod.
What is your question, bro?
Proji, it's quite difficult these days to teach a ignorant person to get into the path of spiritual life, because they are so much ignorant even after giving many classes, and it's very difficult for us to be tolerant.
Yes.
A lot of tolerance is required to bring a person into the path of spiritual life, and after some time if we see that he is not able to follow, then we leave him. So how to say that we have, how can one say that a kind person seeing an ignorant person getting into ditch or a blind well, we have to save him? It's very difficult these days. People are going to blind well, but since they are going to blind well, they say that we are getting into blind well, it's good for us. We cannot do anything.
We cannot do anything.
Yes, we are trying to change them, but still a lot of tolerance is required. A lot of time is also required, energy and everything.
Okay, required you. No
to
problem.
change that person or to make him to come to spiritual life.
Yes, Prabhu.
Without getting angry. I think more than 200 gallons of blood is
yes.
Because the kind of a modern society is being bred in a way.
Yes.
Many things are coming up which are giving Shrota Vyadini Rajendra. Many subject matters are there for them to get into.
Yes.
So how to see the situation? To develop tolerance, or Lord is seeing our testing our tolerance, or what exactly it is?
What do you say? So you want to save or you want to leave? Leave them.
Of course, in the path of spiritual life, we want to save them, following footsteps of Acharyas.
Yes.
But at the same time, we don't have that much tolerance as Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas were having. We have some kind of limitations also.
Because we need medicine then.
Medicine also.
Then we should take medicine. Then we should take also medicine and give medicine to others. Okay, that's fine. By practicing devotion, so yasyasya bhaktir bhagavat kinchana. Sarvai guna tatra samasate suraha. So Subhada, all the good qualities will come. Not only tolerance, you need the determination, you need the enthusiasm, all will come. Okay, by practicing this devotion, so do our own sadhana and also enthusiastically. So we should also engage ourselves into the service. We have also tolerance for years and years, telling the same thing and not understanding students. Hours and hours, every day 5 hours I teach for last 3 years. Every day, literally 5 hours. So many students. What we can do? Every class I teach, that's a Anyavilasha Sunyam. But still people say wrong answer. What should I do? If I ask Anusilan, then they say that different. So I say but we should like, yeah, this. So that story is there, na? That's what is that? Scorpion, no? So, his nature is biting, and Sadhu's nature is saving. Similarly, students means like that only. You will find everywhere students like this only. They will not. So the general characteristics of student, even that he's a teacher, but if he's a student now, he's not interested in hearing, and he'll be lazy, and he's going here and there. Mind goes here and there. This is obvious. Even an old student who might be a teacher in another class, but if he's student, so he wants to have holiday and bunk the class and doing other work. These are the natural characteristics of every student. So that's why we should not worry about this. Student's nature is no class. Teacher nature is take class every day. This is obvious, Prabhu. You cannot, even if I become student, then I will also start doing the same thing. If you become teacher, then you will also doing this same thing. So anyway, let's go to next sloka. So Gurur nasasyat, swajano nasasyat. Swajano nasasyat, pita nasasyat, janani nasasyat, daivam nasasyat. So that's why finally he's saying that. So whoever is not becoming, that means daivam, pati, guru, raja hatao, or swajana, pita, janani, or daivam. All these. So if they are not going to teach bhakti, that means we are, anyway, Jnana sadhanas and bhakti sadhanas are there. We took only bhakti sadhanas. We already turned our topic. Rashapati already he turned whole topic towards bhakti now. So that's why if they are not going to teach bhakti sadhanas to their followers, that means daiva means their worshippers, pati means wife, guru to disciples, swajana means relatives to, so relative, pita to son, janani to son, daivam to, daivam 2 times aaya, hatao, ek. If they don't do this, then they are not that. That means here many points are there. They are not, that means just they are not that, like that only. You can leave them. That's the point actually. You can leave your father and mother. If they are not favorable to the bhakti, leave them. Guru also, daivam also. Husband also, wife also. You can leave. But leaving, and if you do sense gratification, then it's not correct. Oh, this husband banana hai, isko hatana hai, jisme bhakti kar raha hu karke. To do only, that means to leave him. So bhakti ko bahana nahi banana hai. But sincerely, if you are trying and endeavoring, and it completely hurdles, then leave that, because you cannot lose your life. Na? And similarly, husband, leave that wife. Wife, where she will go? If she is not ready to do bhakti, what we can do? Prabhupada left. Prabhupada left or not? After 50 years, he left. बस enough हो गए, बहुत हो गए अभी. जैसे जैसे नाक बंद करके बस 50 साल तक बैठे और बस उनके बाद हटो. आपको प्रणाम. धन्यवाद. Radha Govind Prabhu is laughing actually. When you are leaving, Prabhu, already you left. He's unmuting actually. He's trying to unmute. He's
Yes, Prabhuji, very soon.
very soon. Yes, come to our IBM and
Yes,
become a
yes.
teacher.
I will be there.
Yes. Going, Prabhu, please plan for this. You should plan to take the Vanaprastha very soon. Mataji, you also. अभी बहुत दिन नहीं, अभी समय चले जा रहे हैं. अच्छा है, पति पत्नी एक ही क्लास में तो बढ़िया है. So here, that means in the previous sloka we have seen whoever is will take another 15 minutes extra. Okay, or half an hour. 4 o'clock we'll leave. 4. We came at 1 o'clock. Anyway, what is there? Simple. It's enjoying only now. We are class is not so heavy. We are enjoying the class. Is it heavy? Class is heavy. Is heavy? Huh? Why you are feeling heavy? You can just go and make a trip and come 5 minutes. Take a break. So whoever is not preaching devotion, they are rejected here in this sloka. Whoever is not preaching the devotion, teaching the devotion. So gurutva bandhutva dhyabhavam tadhet. Why you can leave them? You can leave these. So these all, because if they are not teaching the bhakti, then there is no daivatvam in this. There is no patitvam. There is no gurutvam. There is no swajanatvam, pitatvam, pitrutvam. Then jananitvam is not there in them. Because if they are not teaching, then they are not mother, they are not father, they are not relatives. Leave them. Who left are like this? So we'll take one example. Leaving the father, who left? Prahlad. That means who is not the devotee. So he left. Janani, mother. Bharat Maharaj, Kaikeyi. And Swajanam, relatives. Tell me, Guru. Pati. Pati who? Swajana is this. Vibhishan, his brother, Ravan. He left Ravan. Swajana. Okay, Pati. पति को कौन छोड़ दिए? हाँ? श्री भरतः कैकेयीं विभीषण रावणम स्वजनं प्रह्लाद. So पितरम श्री भरतः कैकेयीं ताम जननी कट्वांग इंद्रादि. So leaving the Lord, that means Katwanga left the Indra. Katwanga left the Indra. You should give the examples. I will make a question now on this. पति कौन है यार? देख रहा हूं मैं भी. Yagnapatnis. Yes, Yagnapatnis left the Brahmanas, Vipras. Yagnapatnis. Okay, now write the question. In the 10th canto, 20 Patnis. Joggo Patnis. This is right pronunciation. Joggo. Joggo. So list out the examples for. Okay, write the write the verse and text. ASB 5.5.18. and describe this verse based upon VCT's commentary. How many marks? No 10. 7. 5. 5 is simple actually. So that means if someone is unable also, if someone is not able to guide his wife to be a devotee, then he should not get married. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Maharaj. Is there any guarantee that you can guide your wife into devotion? Then you are not husband, only dummy. And also, if you are not able to guide your children in bhakti, you will fail. Then you are not father. Then reject that fathership. Huh? Mike. Katvanga left the Indra, Devata. Story, you research it. You are going to research? Yes. So Sadguru Prabhu is going to research Katvanga, why he left the Indra. So, and find and tell me. Next sloka. Okay, chalo, ho gaya. Same thing is there in the purport. Same. Prabhupada is writing from this. Idam sariram mama durvibhavyam sattvam hi me hrudayam yatra dharma prushte kruto me yada dharma arad ato himam rishabam prahuraryaha. Swaranakanti.
My transcendental body, Satchidananda Vigraha, looks exactly like a human form, but it is not a material human body. It is inconceivable. I am not forced by nature to accept a particular type of body. I take on a body by my own sweet will. My heart is also spiritual, and I always think of the welfare of my devotees. Therefore, within my heart can be found the process of devotional service, which is meant for the devotees. Far from my heart have I abandoned irreligion, adharma, and non-devotional activities. They do not appeal to me. Due to all these transcendental qualities, people generally pray to me as Rishabhadev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all living entities.
What happened after hearing this Guru Nasasyat? So all these 100 children, they are thinking, Are, so who is our Guru? And whom we should meet? And from where we can get? Then Rishabhadev is saying, hey, don't worry, I am there for you all. And you know about me, my body is transcendental. I am Supreme Lord himself. You follow me. You follow me. This is enough. You don't need to search anywhere. Being a Supreme Lord and also Father, I am teaching. All these teachings, why I am doing? Upadesha. You should act. This Bhagavad Dharma, these all Bhakti sadhanas I am telling to all of you. And you should follow Swajana. That means your elder brother. Who is that? Bharata Maharaj. You follow Bharata Maharaj. Don't worry about this. You may get doubt that he is my brother, how I can follow. But he's Ananya Bhakta. You should all follow. There's 100 children are sitting. You all should follow him. Bharata Maharaj. Like that. So he's saying. Bharata Maharaj is saying that so Rishabhadev is saying that it's difficult to understand me. People think that I am in material body, but it's not material body. It's very transcendental. Rashtrapadev, wherever, that means his stool gives the smell how many kilometers? 80? 80 kilometers, yes. The fragrance will come to 80 kilometers. It's like a scent. We should use it as a scent. Not like us. That means Ishmakam akalpopi prayaso nasti. For you people, there is no problem, because you people took in such a house where Lord himself is your father. So I am your father. And also your brother is also not an ordinary man. He is also great devotee. So two things are Guru, Pita, and also Swajanam. You already got devotees in the form of devotees. And he described about his body. Okay, this is the thing. Next, तस्माद् भवन, थोड़ा स्पीड चले जा रहा हूँ, 5 श्लोक पूरा करना है, 5 मिनट 15 मिनट्स. तस्माद् भवन्तो हृदयेन जाता सर्वे महीयान् सममुं सनाभम् अक्लिष्टभुज्या परतं भजध्वं शुश्रूषणं तद्भरणं प्रजानाम्. So then what he's saying? So that's why, my dear boys, you are all born of my heart, which is the seat of all spiritual qualities. Therefore, you should not be like materialistic and envious men. You should accept your eldest brother Bharata, who is exalted in devotion service. So if you engage yourself in Bharata's service, your service to him will include my service, and you will rule the citizens automatically. So he's saying that, so you people should follow the Bharata Maharaj. And so people are thinking that these all other brothers, if we keep on serving, then who will rule the society? Then he's saying that, hey, don't worry about ruling the society. If you follow Bharata Maharaj, all other things will happen automatically. So then they may ask the question, why I have to follow Bharata Maharaj? Because he is Ananya Bhakta. Of course, he's brother, but he is Ananya Bhakta. You people has to follow him. So like that he said. Next, 21-22. Bhuteshu virudhya उदुत्तमाये सरीसृपास्तेषु सबोधनिष्ठा ततो मनुष्याः प्रमदास्ततोऽपि गन्धर्वसिद्धा विबुधानुगाये देवासुरेभ्यो मघवत्प्रधान दक्षादयो ब्रह्मसुतास्तु तेषां भवः परसोत विरिञ्चि वीर्या समत्परोऽहं द्विजदेवदेवः. Translation, Chaitanya. पढ़ो, जल्दी पढ़ो, आवाज नहीं आ रहा है.
Of the two energies manifest, spirit and dull matter, beings possessing living force, vegetables, grass, trees and plants are superior to dull matter, stone, earth, etc. Superior to non-moving plants and vegetables are worms and snakes which can move. Superior to worms and snakes are animals that have developed intelligence. Superior to animals are human beings, and superior to human beings are ghosts because they have no material bodies. Superior to ghosts are the Gandharvas, and the superior to them are the Siddhas. Superior to the Siddhas are the Kinnaras, and superior to them are the Asuras. Superior to the Asuras are the demigods, and of the demigods, Indra, the king of heaven, is supreme. Supreme to Indra are the direct sons of Lord Brahma, sons like King Daksha, and supreme among Brahma's sons is Lord Shiva. Since Lord Shiva is the son of Lord Brahma, Brahma is considered superior. But Brahma is also subordinate to me, the supreme personality of Godhead, because I am inclined to the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas are best of all.
Yeah. So see here, who is superior to whom? Who is superior is said, and finally he said, so I am superior to the Brahma also, and Brahma is superior to the Shiva. So Shiva, and finally I worship Brahmana, so that's why Brahmanas are most superior. Okay, this is clear. Ultimately, who is superior based upon these two slokas? Brahmanas are superior. This is established. Next, go to the next sloka. Nothing is there to discuss here much. Should next, na brahmanas tulai bhutamanyat Pashyami vipra kimata param tu yasmin rubih prahutam shraddhayam asnami kamam natadagnihotre. Pado.
O respectful Brahmanas, as far as I am concerned, no one is equal or superior to the Brahmanas in this world. I do not find anyone comparable to them. When people know my motive after performing rituals according to the Vedic principles they have offered to me with faith and love through the mouth of a Brahmana. When food is thus offered unto me, I eat it with full satisfaction. Indeed, I derive more pleasure from food offered in that way than from the food offered in the sacrificial fire.
So he is saying how Brahmanas are superior is being explained, because Brahmanas, if you feed to the Brahmanas through that mouth, so Lord is getting that in that way. So Lord is showing here how Brahmanas are dear and superior. So next, Nruta tanu rushati me purani yeneha sattvam paramam pavitram shamodama satyam anugrahascha tapastitikshanubhavascha yatra.
The Vedas are my eternal transcendental sound incarnation. Therefore, the Vedas are Shabda Brahma. In this world, the Brahmanas thoroughly study all the Vedas. And because they assimilate the Vedic conclusions, they are also to be considered the Vedas personified. The Brahmanas are situated in the supreme transcendental mode of nature, Sattva Guna. Because of this, they are fixed in mind control, Shama, sense control, Dhamma, and truthfulness, Satya. They describe the Vedas in their original sense, and out of mercy, Anugraha, they preach the purpose of the Vedas to all conditioned souls. They practice penance, tapasya, and tolerance, titiksha, and they realize the position of the living entity and the Supreme Lord, Anubhava. These are the 8 qualifications of the Brahmanas. Therefore, among all living entities, no one is superior to the Brahmanas.
Okay, now we write the question. How Lord is establishing Brahmanas are superior to everyone? Write the question. 10 marks. How Lord is establishing Brahmanas are superior to everyone? Because here also is glorifying Brahmanas, and once again where we saw 3rd canto 14th 15th chapter or 16th something. Yeah, Jai Vijaya Prasanga. Okay, so ultimately nothing actually to discuss in this 23 24 actually, and also 21 and 22, 21 22 23 24, these 4 slokas is establishing Brahmanas are superior to everyone. Now we are going to establish that Brahmanas are, that's a devotees, Vaishnavas are superior to that Brahmanas is being established. So let us see 25th. Mattopyanantat parata parasmat swarga pavargadhipaterna kinchit yesham kimusyaditarena tesham akinchananam mai bhakti bhajam.
I am fully opulent, almighty, and superior to Lord Brahma and Indra, the king of the heavenly planets. I am also the bestower of all happiness obtained in the heavenly kingdom and by liberation. Nonetheless, the Brahmanas do not seek material comforts from me. They are very pure and do not want to possess anything. They simply engage in my devotional service. What is the need of their asking for material benefits from anyone else?
Yes. So, Madbhaktaha shreshtaha te sarvataha eva adikyena aradhaniyah iti. So now his devotees are superior to everyone, even superior to the Brahmanas. So is being explained here. Mattaha, why devotees are superior to even Brahmanas? That you have to explain. So here it is said that Mattaha sakashad yesham nakinchit prayojanam. That means they don't expect even some little thing also from the Lord. And they don't request anything. Even Brahmanas, they ask the liberation. Brahman janati iti brahmana. So they, at least they try to know about the Brahman, but they want the Brahma Gnanam. But devotees even doesn't want anything. So for them, Supreme Lord is only the master. So who is so embodiment of the innumerable sweet qualities, and just their intention is serving him. That's all, and they don't want anything. So itarena brahmadina akincinanam antas ahamtaspada mamataspada yoho mahyameva dattatva vidyate kinchanapi. One second. Even they don't want anything from the, so Brahmaji also. So they, whatever they have, akinchananam, this is also important word. Whatever they are having, so their belongings, everything they give to the Lord. So only the thing is they want to serve the Lord. So mai bhakti prema tameva bhajitam pratikshanam prapnuvatam ityartha. Every minute they want, so the love only, not other things. Ataha eva tadaha bubhushubihi te nityam aradhaniyah iti bhava. That's why they are worshipable. And also Kapil Bhagavan is saying in his third canto, Kapila Devena yatha tasmat mayarpita. This is another place. There we can see Vaishnavas are superior to all other living entities. He also explained. So finally, so Krishna is establishing here, Vrishabhadev is establishing. So devotees are, how devotees are superior to Brahmanas. So write the question for 3 marks. How devotees are superior to the Brahmanas. Explain how devotees are superior to Brahmanas. Explain how devotees are superior to Brahmanas. Okay. Okay, we'll finish our class here today. Another few slokas are there. Only, two only are there. That we'll see tomorrow anyway. In the Vrishabhadev teachings, 2 slokas are remaining. Then our Sridhar Swami, Sukadev Goswami comes. Publish 29 chapter, 3rd canto. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu. Prabhu, in sloka number 21 and 22, these gradations are giving, na? This is superior, this is more superior.
You can write it as a summary just. Compared to all these living entities, Brahmanas are, just summarize it. Don't go for much. Okay. So how many marks I gave that? 10 marks. 5 marks, make it 5 and make simplified. Okay, 5 marks you make it. Then it is easy. You don't need to write the details. Yeah. So Mataji, everyone is thanking you here because you made 10 into 5. They're all happy. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions? Kalka class, what time? We'll finish this remaining slokas and maybe 1.5 hours. Okay? Yeah, yes. सब कुछ छोड़ दो अभी. Make the self. सब लोग अपना अपना खोल. अरे सबको फ्री कर दो. अपने आप अनम्यूट कर सके. हाँ, अनम्यूट कर सके. You can unmute yourself. We gave the now. Yes.
Same time, Prabhu.
Same time, okay. और कोई Radha Govardhan Prabhu, you are ready for any time. I know that. And Vipin Purandar Prabhu, okay?
Tomorrow, okay, Prabhu.
Huh?
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
Yes. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Wonderful. Bhavagrahi Prabhu, you are okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So tomorrow we are having class, and also we have the class because we want to finish. On-site students, they are fried here like anything, and they are really desperately so asking all of your cooperation. Online students, sorry, on-site students are fully fried here because of the that means heaviness of the temperature, and feeling so difficult in the staying in the room also. So as soon as we finish the syllabus, they want to go to the different places, their own places. So please, online students, cooperate with us. And actually, that's why we are making courses hurry. So please, it is a little difficult. I know this, but only for these 2 months, please cooperate me, because I have to finish 2 cantos in these 2 months. So please, it's really a challenging thing. I need some extra time. I'm begging at your lotus feet. So okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.